Hi, Monkyvers. Hi. Welcome to the voice behind the sun diary.
Wherever you are, at any moment, any time, getting on tune with friends or with yourself, some notes and chords you would hear from Saori, the why and the story behind the voice diary.
Dun, 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 the voice behind the sun diary. So I really want to encourage you to be your own boo. Valentine's Day, if you pass alone, don't feel bad. I also pass alone Valentine's Day. I can't. No, just no. But like, I wish that I could have a boo that time. But like, those times I really enjoy more than ever the Valentine's Day. I'm not going to be not honest with this podcast because that is my diary behind the diary. You know what I mean? The way behind the sun diary. So my own voice is my own voice. Anyway. I spend lonely. Like I just lay in my bed, being the most lazy that I can be. Like I just didn't clean for 1 day. That was my kind of gift to me because I cleaned religiously Monday to Sunday. My room, my kitchen, whatever I clean Monday to Sunday. That takes time, but like to be honest, that's kind of the thing that I need to do, and I do for myself, and I do for my family to prevent kind of problems and like things like that that can happen. And to me, to be honest, I will also love you to take that time to, and maybe if you are extra curious about that, I can recommend you a book that is called Marie Kondo, The Art of Cleaning, that is basically about cleaning and stuff, whatever, and like basically just being with yourself, but like at the same time just feeling and cleaning more than ever, like just being cleaning. But like, yeah, I can recommend it, that book. I read that, I feel like twice, but like I read once was like a long book, was a long book because I remember I was tired of cleaning every day, and that everything that I clean was not meant to be. And like when you clean in the Asian way is very different rather than you clean in a way that is, more um not Asian. You know what I mean? That's what I love about Asians. And talking about Asians, I want to include an artist here that is been my currently favorite artist, but I'm going to explain the reason later. And his name is called Brian Barnes. A big shout out to him. I really love his music. And what I love him so much as a musician, not in a sexual way, doesn't matter if he had abs. I did my work, even though some jokes are kind of juggling on my mind. No. But like, I love him the way that he spoke about love, um, how he is, and like all of these things because it genuinely changed my mind and like was the last piece of the puzzle that I was wanting to, make to kind of complete my kind of thing of like, you know, the spirituality. Because to be honest and fair, I was struggling with finding God, finding the universe, and like doing peace with God. That's one of the things that I never had before because I always I remember being seeing most of musicians, like I'm not judging, but like most of musicians will refer to God when they need most, but like not being on the pattern of like pursuing God, you know what I mean? But like that was kind of the thing that I had with people that were, pursuing God, or like were like in this thing about God and being into, spiritual things, or like being into stuff like that. So when I find him like in social media, I remember just finding a cute picture of him when he was a little boy. So that's how I've been still seeing. It's just the way that I see people. Fast forward, you always had a chance to always be happy at least, and like for me, that was kind of the last plaza because let me enjoy not having fear to men to wear my shoes to understand me because Has been many years. I literally post that in my bio on YouTube. You had a chance also check it out. But like it's been 6 years that I overcome my fear to men, and I overcome, and it was the most beautiful thing that I could ever did in my life because it was a time that I need to be in. Yeah. And yeah, so I really think that that was the kind of thing that I need to be grateful still because I've been having a hard time with church. I've been having a hard time with the church and stuff like that because that was the kind of thing that I always had within me. Like I always being kid to, being in these places, and like I remember one time that I was taking care of my baby cat, rest in peace, because I rescued them. Like they someone really throw them up to, and I rescue. So I remember being really emotional and weak at this time, and like I remember just being hearing him at 3 a.m. because he does lives at 3 a.m. I don't know for any reason, but like he was making a live or like playing his guitar, and like it felt so much peace, and I feel so safe at the time that I really, that was a moment that I thought and I feel, and I everything makes sense of like, wait, this that pattern of man hate to men kind of was off, and I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry, but at the time I was feeling just okay and safe, and like I know that I said before that I have my dream man and my dream women, but like I manifest both, and I cannot manifest something completely, let's say, but like I still feel and believe that no matter what you pass and no matter what you do and no matter what you how much you will try, if you manifest and you see, let's say your dream man, for example, to me, I saw my dream man, I make sure that he will know who he was, and like I don't want to say who because that is really too much of my privacy, and like I tell him, yes, already I tell him, but like don't make it public. The only person that needs to know is him. That's it, and that's how I keep it, and like that was kind of the thing. But like with the thing of like my dream women, like I also did manifest because no one is perfect. So I need to do a little pause here because yes, I did manifest my dream man and my dream woman, but like I'm not dismissing the fact, that was in my teens when I manifest my dream man before I genuinely start to get deep down on myself that I genuinely like women. But like the thing with this is that I don't dismiss the fact that, I had that in my teens. It's not that it was fake or something. It was a pattern that I need to pass for. And yeah, I genuinely think that we all could grow, evolve, and like we don't need to dismiss which kind of personal orientation we feel attracted to before and now. But like, just to let you know that it doesn't come from guilt or fear or avoidance. Liking women and liking men sometimes, again, it could also mean, many things for people, but we should all be respectful. But that was a little thing that I want to say. It's also related with PTSD and things that I love to know about. Even though myself, I need to do like 6 years of like self improvement. Just focus on myself, not dating anyone, not doing things, not doing that. Like focus on myself. Like you don't need to title. Like you just need to follow it. You know what I mean? So that's the best and healthiest way to do it. And yeah, I even did that without even trying. Like many years I've been like, I'm going to have a partner, I'm going to have a partner, I'm going to have a partner, and like no partner. What I can do, cry, no. But like that was the kind of thing. So yeah, and how Brian is related to kind of these things is because it bring me a sense of peace that I don't find in other people that are maybe into church, and like even though in his community, I find like a man that he told me the best advice that I could give, and that's how I will about to talk about how I get through making peace with God, etc., etc. as well. Because I'm panteist, like real, I have this little necklace that is pantheism, but like I have principles of Christianity, not everything, of course, because we don't need to talk about what I like, but like I really feel so much love and appreciation towards them. So, with that clarify, because all people were like, "Oh my gosh, you're straight. You're coming back straight." Like, I did peace with men, I did, but like coming back to the thing of like church and stuff like that man tell me the best advice, like seek God, because I didn't have 1K yet. I didn't have that. I was just late at night, maybe 4 a.m., 5 a.m. was the best talk that I ever had with a man. Still. But like, he told me the best advice. I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I did everything. I took marketing. I took blah, 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 blah. I took everything that I could, ever book that I could read, everything that I could do. I seek that. I eat that. That many books that you saw are not the tiny percent of the books that I read, that I hear, that I consume, that all of that I can remember, because there is physical books that I had, and there are also digital things that I hear, and I never come back to that, but like they stuck in my head, and I was just going through, and I was kind of anxious in that feeling, kind of anxious, but like he told me the best advice, like seek God. My secret is God. That's the best secret that I could have, like seek God. And I was like, yeah, but I really don't want to seek them. I don't want to seek them. Like every time, that was the last dot that it claimed to like make me realize that I need to seek God and the universe, and like make peace with God the way that I call it God, because I was icky to call it God, or even though universe, but like I'm pantheist, so I call it higher power being. No, just kidding. But like, you know what I mean. So I then encouraged, was like, can I live in that kind of little seat? Kind of leave that seat for a little bit, and then I come back to Jados. That was a coach that I feel like he take like a course, but like his course was meant for men. You know what I mean? Because the first course was like, if you are a woman that you want to improve, that you need to stick, you need to be shy. That he was cold. That he is the coach more cold that I know. My coach still have more feelings than him, but like he is more cold than ever. And like I understand, but like that is not the way that you can handle. But like by the time that I didn't study in the PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder, shut up, I end up. But like that time, I really been like just feeling that I can, get through it, whatever. But like I seek that course, and I completely, but like I take the best from it, and I didn't complete PTSD. I didn't start even though. So yeah. And then why I seek that, it was because I saw a girl, and it was not because of her career, because her career is kind of complicated. I wanted to keep her life private because she is not that public, but like she's rich. She's kind of, but like she's from Spain. I feel like, yeah, she's from Spain, and like her life is private, and I don't wanna, talk about her. But like the best advice that I seek because of her, because she mentioned Yados, so then I was thinking, maybe Yados, and I was like, but I was not called because of the riches, because she had a house of 1 million. None of that. I was seeking the feeling that she had always of, you know, um peace. I never see somebody that, with the amount of peace that she had, and the amount of things that she accomplished emotionally, like being connected, and the way that she was connected to their partner, because she had a partner, yeah. And I saw that, like, she, in one time that I saw one of her videos, she introduced her boyfriend, and like the way that they compliment each other was like so cute, and I want to have that one day. So I was able to take that course of her. It was free, I feel like I won't make it public because it affect privacy. That was the time that she make it public, and that she make it private. But like that was the kind of thing that I was driven by. And so then I look for Yados, and like both of them were like telling about God, and no matter their past, they always were talking about God, and that really changed the way that I thought for life, career kind of things, because no matter what you pass for, no matter what you had, I feel like that was kind of the thing that I was, and like the third dot that I was seeing, it was the when I saw that, you know, I saw that man, the community of Ryan that was telling about God, and like everybody I feel like was talking about God, even though in the content that I saw from Marshall, everybody was just saying, "Oh my gosh, let me just check the Bible," and like everybody was pointing and feel jealous of this girl, and like no, that boy, because he didn't was specific, but like he did good jokes. Shout out to him. Either way, um, that was kind of the thing. So I get into reading the Bible. Let me tell you, the Bible is interesting, and I feel like everybody just said episodes or like things that the Bible they are meant to say. For example, the if you are telling whatever, but like the Bible actually is a good place, and I'm not here with like a not even like, oh my gosh, read the Bible. No, like generally check them out. You will be amazed by many things that they have, but like take it the best from it. I feel like you need to have a lot of maturity, because even though me that I'm into women, I need to have a lot of maturity when I'm going to talk about these things, whatever, like as the way they interpret you, maybe will have more peace. And then as long as I've been more connected to, because I reached my peak moment and I reached my lowest moment, like kind of low moment, but I didn't let that to take over me. And that was also simultaneously the time that I was engaging more to have my life more stable. So by the end of the day, I've been just me. I've been having this body, and so I really think that no matter what you pass for, no matter what you had before, I feel like you need to take the best from it. And after that, I complete my course of PTSD. I did a conscious, a conscious decision to kind of let it be to others, because the way that you treat trauma, the way that you get over bad events is by not being mean over you. The best way that I can describe is that you need to treat yourself as you will be conquering someone that you love and care about, or somebody that you love besides you. That's the best way that you can maybe get over something, not just being oppressive, aggressive, because some people are really aggressive with themselves, but like with others are really lovely. So that's the best also advice that I received from the course of PTSD, of like you need to treat yourself with the most charming that you can be. And the best way that I can describe of like that I've been identifying self improvement in men, self improvement in women, biology speaking, is that both of them work so hard, but like in terms of energy, male energy are lead by sacrifice and they gain more, and that's our thing. But like female improvement, female stuffs, they are driven by pleasement, but in a soft way. And with sacrifice, with men, with I mean male energy, because I've been seeing a lot of men. I'm also balancing my male energy and my female energy. That's how I do a lot. But like they don't need to sacrifice the things that we need to sacrifice for our things, because they're lead by leadership. Like it's not that they are cold, it's more because they're focused on the goal rather than on the things that they are not attached emotionally, that we are to succeed. And in other words, females succeed, or like for the female energy is more related to please the job, to please the thing, but like without being lost. They focus in the best soft way, in a smooth way, because we are not only driven by succeeding on like I can carry many things, I can be maybe a carpenter, I can maybe do these things, but like in a sense of energy, they do it in a smooth way where they can please a person or they please the job that they want to be in. But don't disrespect themselves as well, but like to be soft and communicating and evolving other people around them rather than chasing. Because male are more chasing the goal, and like m- female succeed is more related to evolving through the goal. Like they are track the goal. That's kind of the thing that I've been doing as well. I really try. I did. I did my best, and but the thing that I always carry is whenever I'm angry, I do push-ups. If I'm over angry, I don't do, and as long as you will understand, like I felt a lot of energy, and after I work, and I really was my male energy, I understand in my body, since I do push-ups, it's not that it's bad, it's not that it's good, but like when you do hard work, like you work out 1 hour, kind of do yoga, work out so hard, you kind of balance your mood, and like you make yourself in itself like calm. And all religions, all things that we can find, God, whatever, 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 is only meant for us to have peace. We need to make peace with other religion as well. Me as a panteist or spiritual person, I need to make peace with that. So yeah, to find it and to be better. So yeah. I was forgetting about this little fact that I find out because I used to pray when I was like in the church, stuff like that, related to Christianity. But like praying is not only a way that you can connect with Christianity or like things that you had. Praying and pursuing God wherever is also a way that you can connect with the higher power being. So if you are used to pray, still pray. And it's a way also to be formally connect with God and like to the higher power being, to universe, to earth, to whatever. It's a way to be connected and like remember that by modify that you don't like scripting or doing a bunch of affirmations, write it. You can also pray because one praying is equal to 100 affirmation, I feel like, for what I've been seeing. So you can also do that if you are not into maybe writing a lot. I was scripting, I had my scripting, but sometimes I don't have time. Or like meditating, it flows my soul sometimes. So instead of floating, sometimes I just love to pray or like kind of be more versatile with that. So I encourage you also to do that if you had a chance or not. And yeah. To do a little recap, I did peace with what was the first thing that I did? I in the course of PTSD check. I did peace with men, and I overcome the hate and fear to love and companionship check. I take therapy check. I did peace with Christianity check. And finally, I am at peace and I found what I've been hoping, and that doesn't change the fact that I had of like liking women, and even though yeah, and it's nice, the feeling that I nape love, nape, it's kind of crazy the name that we give to love, but like the love that I feel with men is like nape love, not nape. Name it's like something with that, but it's not sexual. It's like more in a companionship, like it will be a big brother, and like I have so much love to people in general. I see them like little boys, little girls, but like the common factor between attraction is just the sexual thing. But like doesn't matter how I feel now. I always carry love with me. That's kind of my bucket. And we all need to work on things because I need to work in my emotional wellness a lot, self-control, because I've been there, and I had compassion for others that want to improve their heart, but like yeah, for people that didn't want to improve their heart is different. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. The album The Home is out now and it's in honor to my crush. You know that. You know her. So yeah, we've had the time also streaming and thanks so much for being here. Bye. Bye.